It's day 14 of the 31-day Safer Pilot Challenge. Today, I'm showing you 3 different stalls.
Car beat, power back, 10 3 flaps, perfect. Landing still starts the perfect pattern.
What is happening, M0A Nation? Jason Shepard here. Power on, power off, accelerated stalls. That is day 14. Before we do that, check in down in the comments below. You are 14 for 14. You're like 47% of the way there of being through the 31-day Safer Pilot Challenge. Who is loving this, by the way? Next question, who was terrified of stalls? Who might still be terrified of stalls? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 stalls. We're going to start with the power on, a departure stall. We're going to go to power off, a landing or approach stall. And then we're going to go to an accelerated stall. Let's show each of these, and I like to make them as realistic as possible. What am I simulating in a power on stall? Well, I'm simulating I just took off. I got a little too audacious, perhaps is the right word to use, with my climb on out, and I stall the airplane. Now, I need to make this as realistic as possible. So many people will be in cruise flight here and just start ripping the airplane on back. Let me tell you, that's not the right thing to do because that's not realistic. What's realistic is simulating like I just took off. So I'm going to initiate very similar to our slow flight video, and I'm going to slow this airplane on down. What am I slowing this airplane on down to? I'm slowing this airplane on down to our rotation speed. So I'm just getting myself slow. I might need to hold a little bit of back pressure here. I don't use flaps on takeoff, so I'm not going to, but if you do in your aircraft, read your POH, you're going to want to make it as realistic as possible. I'm slowing down my rotation speed. Power on stalls are usually the one that make learners most anxious because the nose just gets up so high. It can be a hard brake. It can brake left or right if you're not coordinated sometimes. If that's you, don't do this thing at full power to start. Do it at 2,000 RPMs instead of 2,500, whatever your airplane goes up to. You can baby your way up to it. By the way, I'm to my rotation speed. I'm going to go carb heat, full power. Make sure as you push your throttle forward, you're also putting a little bit of right rudder in there as well. And I just start to pitch back. And I pitch back, and the controller said, 23 Mike Zulu, I need you to hustle. I need you to get to your altitude as soon as possible. Get on up there. So I'm just climbing out. I'm talking to my buddy about the football game. The controller's really rushing me. I'm not paying attention to anything here. And at the first hint of a stall warning horn, I discontinue, right? It's just that simple. Now, for the sake of this argument, the sake of this video, I want to show you what a brake is going to look like. So I'm going to do it again here. And I want to show you, because realistically, you look in the ACS, first indication, buffeting, warning horn, whatever it is, I initiate a recovery, which is lower the nose. Everything's already full forward, so just lower the nose from that standpoint. I want to show you a brake, though, just so you understand it and know what that looks like a little bit here as well. So again, slow myself on down, turn the carb heat on, everything else. Here's my rotation speed. Full power. As the throttle goes in, I get a heavier right foot. That controller said, to the Mike Zulu, I need you to hustle your climb on up to whatever altitude you're going to. And I'm climbing, I'm climbing, I'm climbing. All of a sudden, I hear the warning horn, but I don't do anything, right? Because I'm just talking away. I don't hear anything. It's coming. Controls are getting sloppy. Controls are getting sloppy. Warning horn gets louder, 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 louder. And all of a sudden, there she goes. Push her forward. Help her go forward. Help her go forward. Build that airspeed back up. And then smoothly bring it back to the horizon. And then back to cruise flight. Make a big left turn here. And we're going to do another one out to the south. We're going to do a power off stall this time. Again, the moment you think a stall is coming, and most of you have angle of attack indicators and everything else nowadays to make this very, very easy for you, you recover then. Don't take it to a break. I just wanted to show you what a brake looks like. This next one, I'll show you a brake again because I don't want you to be terrified of stalls. I want you to remember this. We practice stalls to practice recoveries, not to practice how to get into a stall. And can I add to that phrase? I've said that phrase for the past 20 years. We practice stalls to recognize a stall is what it really comes down to. So now, we're going to pretend we're coming into land. A power off stall as you hear it. I turn my carb heat on. I bring my power back. I'm in within the flap arc. I'm dumping all my flaps. And let's make this realistic. Everybody wants to dump in flaps and just rip it back. I say, no, let's make it realistic. Let's approach like we normally would. I want to even start a descent. I'll push the nose down a little bit. I'm going 79 right now. Okay, I'm a little fast. Bring a little bit of power back. I'm coming in. Let's say the ground's 3,900. All right, here it comes. Life's looking good. Man, I'm right on center line. Everything's great here. Oh, about 15 feet above. Power comes back to idle. I do that dirty word of flare. I pull back, I pull back, I pull back. Stall warning horn. This is when you should initiate the recovery. I'm going to take it to a brake, and there's your brake. Carb heat, full power, and this airplane flaps right to 20. Feels like you need 3 hands to do it. You don't. You'll get the hang of it. Chair fly it. Through 70, flaps to 10. Positive rate I'm waiting for. There it is, flaps up and out. There's your power off or landing stall. Approach to landing stall, as it's sometimes called as well. One more I want to show you here, and this one I will purposefully, very much so, not take to a brake, and that is the accelerated stall. What is an accelerated stall? Well, an accelerated stall is such a great teaching method. Have you ever done a steep turn, and you're doing a steep turn, and the stall warning horn chirps for a second? You go, why did the stall warning horn come on? You're still reaching the same critical angle of attack. Remember, in a turn, you're trading vertical component of lift for horizontal component of lift. You only have so much lift to go around. Lift is like a bank account. You only have so much lift to go around. So when I put an excessive turn in there and pull back a little bit, you'll get the stall warning horn to come on. You do not want to take this one to a full brake. This one you absolutely discontinue the first instance you get, first indication you get of a stall. Now, you want to be maneuvering speed or less, which I am right now into the Mike Zulu based on my weight today. It's just me and half tank, so it's a little bit lighter than normal. Thus, my maneuvering speed adjusts accordingly. I'm all set. I'm all clean. I'm going to look left and watch this. I'm going to roll into a steep turn, an aggressive turn here, and I'm going to start to pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Feel those G-forces. I feel like a blue angel. All of a sudden, there you go. Look at my airspeed. And stall warning horn, push forward, discontinue. Push forward, bank out. That's an accelerated stall. You're going to feel like you're a Blue Angel pilot or a Thunderbird. You're going to feel those G-forces. When you do that, you've got to know your maneuvering speed so you don't risk structurally damaging that aircraft. But an accelerated stall could be a classic base to final turn, whatever that may be, and you need to watch that, and you need to know those indications and watch for those sort of things as well. So vitally important here. Sorry, I got an ADS-B alert. You know that weird ADS-B alert that pops up where it's like right on top of you, where you're probably actually ghosting? Anybody else ever still look around even though you're pretty sure you're just ghosting an ADS-B alert? I'm pretty sure it's me ghosting, but I still look around when a random plane pops up and says it's right on top of you. It's not though. It's not real. It just disappeared. Anybody else afraid of that? Totally changed subjects on that. Sorry. Anyways, hope you all are really enjoyed that video. Gave you a great indication of 3 different types of stalls. Can't wait to read your comments down below this video on YouTube, on Facebook. Check in that you are 14 for 14. I'll be back again tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you. Hey, remember, day 31 is going to culminate with a big live stream, so start saving. I'm not sure which time. Probably in the evening. If I had to guess, the evening of the 31st, we'll do something big. But I'll only post on Facebook and everything else so you can watch for that. But listen, have a blessed, abundant, outstanding rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow, and most importantly, remember, a good pilot is always learn. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see ya.
Pass your FAA written test and pass your FAA check ride, or I'll pay for it. I want you to see why more than 130,000 people trust M0A for passing their exams and, most importantly, making them safer, smarter, real-world pilots. You can get started today by going to m0atrial.com.